say polynomials can also be divided. We're going to say if there is a remainder just leave it over what you are dividing by. I'll do it the other way here, sorry. If no remainder, if no remainder, the equation can be perfectly factored. Okay, so this is a fundamentally important lesson that we're doing today for advanced functions and also for calculus next semester. Okay, what this is leading into is deleting higher order functions, cubics, quartics, quintics, any polynomial function. We're going to learn how to factor instead of just an x squared. All right, and you learned a little way to do an x cubed that I showed you, like a cheating way, but this will work with any type of equation once you get it to work. Okay, so that's for the next. Probably the rest of this week we'll spend on that. We won't go too much beyond that. This week we'll move on next week. All right, but I want to get you today. We're not going to deal with factoring today, but that's the final goal. I just want to get to this right here involving x's. That's what we're doing. Okay, because it's terrifying when you first see it. Like, Bailey, do not be afraid. You can do it. Have great confidence in yourself. Here we go. Example 1. Says divide 2x cubed plus 15 x squared plus 13x minus 60 by 2x plus 3. All right, now up until this exact moment, this has been an impossible fact. Okay, right? Like, we look at the numerator, there's no way we can factor that up until today. Okay, it's impossible to be done. What we're going to do is no problem. What we're going to do is we're going to do exactly what we did for long division, since it says divide. All right, text me now. Here we go. So I'm going to start with a 2x minus 3 on the left-hand side. And I'm going to just do long division the very same way we did before. I'm going to try and do this first example as slow as I can. Okay, I just want to do it nice so everyone understands it. It's very, very important here. So what you're going to ask yourself, okay, so what I'm going to ask is we're going to say, how many times is 2x going to 2x cubed? 2x times what equals 2x cubed? Not a trick question there. You can actually answer this one. Answer that. X squared. Okay. So we're going to say 2x, okay, because 2x times x squared is 2x cubed. Okay. So we're going to say then, okay, so let's just look. Sorry, go ahead.
Why do you put the x squared above the 3?
Because the x squared goes above the x squared. Right, that's just what I'm just lining it up there, right? Because technically I'm dealing with this. I'm slow down. I'm sorry with that. Although I'm dealing with 2x and 2x cubed, I'm really dealing with 2x plus 3 and 2x squared plus 15x squared. Right? I'm dividing these two things by this is what I'm doing. So it's not just this and this. It's the first two terms by the first two terms. Okay? So are we okay where I got 2x cubed from and negative 3x squared? What I did was 2x times x squared is 2x cubed, and negative 3 times x squared is negative 3x squared. Okay, go ahead.
How did you get the
Yeah, no problem, no problem. So all I said to myself was, okay, I want to get a 2x cubed here. That's what I want, right? That's what I want. So I said, 2x times what will give me 2x cubed? So 2x times x squared gives you 2x cubed. Right, so you're just thinking, what's that? Well, because we don't worry about that. Because okay, good question. All you're trying to do is you're just trying to cancel out the leftmost term. Okay, so you're just trying to get rid of this term on the first run through. The next run through, I'm going to get rid of this term. The next run through, I'm going to get rid of this term, and so on and so on and so forth. Okay, so you're just going to deal with one term at a time. Just like on, it's a little different than long division, but I'm just dealing with the one individual term that I'm going to remove. Okay, anybody else here? Yeah, Peter, there?
With minus 3x squared.
Okay, so Nick, good question. I can handle this one. So all I said was 2x times x squared is 2x cubed, and negative 3 times x squared is negative 3x squared. So there's both these entire things times x squared. Okay. Now, are you ready for the brain buster? You ready for this one? No, goodness. This is difficult, right? This isn't even a concept. This is the brain buster. I have to subtract them. So I'm doing this. That's the brain buster right there. Okay. It's just like in, I know, well, but people forget that, that's why I put it in there. So just like in regular long division, you're subtracting, right? So 2x cubed minus 2x cubed should be 0, and it has to be 0. The left-hand term is always what you're getting rid of. What is 15x squared minus negative 3x squared? Thank you, okay. I didn't mean to do that, but that's fine. Because you're doing 15 minus negative 3, right? 15 minus negative 3. That's why I said people get confused. Okay, now this is where the long division comes in. Can someone be exceptionally brave if this
Why didn't you do anything with the x's?
Because I'm not using the x's. At this time, just like in long division, there's only a certain part of the question that you're dealing with. So the first step is just dealing with the first two terms. We're going to get rid of this term. Now we're going to deal with the x's. Okay? So my next step that I'm going to do here is I'm going to change this to plus 13x. Okay? So I have 18x squared on the left. Okay, the 13x is going to come down, and it's going to be plus 13x. Now this is not easy. We're going to do lots of examples of this today. First time through, this is enough to put hair back in my head. That's how scary this is, okay? I like that one, that's a little too much. Okay, so now you're thinking 2x times what is going to give us 18x squared? Riley, go ahead. Yeah, positive 9x, all right? So right there, okay. Now the way she got that right was 2 times 9 is 18, and x times x is x squared. Okay. So I'm going to write in there, Robin, what I'm going to write in there is what? 2x, what comes down here, please? Well, what's 2x times 9x? 18x squared, good. And negative 3 times 9x is? Negative 27. Negative 27x. Okay, so again, we're multiplying everything that's on the left by what's on the top. Okay, this is the same thing we did in long division. Okay, right? You didn't think of it that way, but like we thought, we're saying, well, 9x, so we did like 3 times 4 is it's the same thing. 9x times 2x minus 3 is 18x minus 27. Sorry, can you go ahead?
So you're always trying to cancel out the left.
Those, right on. Because if you don't, like, there's major problems, okay? Because how are you going to then go to quadratic, right? It's more difficult to do, okay? Yeah, go ahead. Okay, so what I did was I wanted to get 18 here, 18x squared. So I was saying 2x times 9x gives you 18x squared. So you can divide if you want. 18 divided by 2 is 9, and then x squared divided by x is x. If that's easier, think of it like that, okay? Then we subtract, okay? I'm going to subtract them like this. All right, Foxton, back to you. Oh, sorry.
So we're subtracting?
Yeah, you're always subtracting. You're always subtracting. Okay, Foxton, back to you. What is 18x squared minus 18x squared, please? 0, good. What is 13x minus negative 27x, please? Good, thank you. Wonderful. Okay. This one's 40x. Okay, once again, just like in long division, what's my next step? Just like in long division, go ahead. Yeah, bring down to negative 60, okay? Okay. Okay, now for the trickiest part. 2 times what gives you 40?
20.
20, okay, so just plus 20. 2x times what gives you 40x? Okay, so I'm going to get 40x down here because 2x times 20 gives you 40. Negative 3 times 20 gives you what, magically? Negative 60. Okay, so I'm going to subtract that, and I have no remainder, which is nice. Okay, so what that tells me is that is technically equal to x squared plus 9x plus 20. When you divide that big, huge number divided by x exponent. Yeah?
So if you have, instead of 2x minus 3 on the bottom here, like 2x squared, x, you do the first 3 terms?
Yes, we'll get to that, maybe not today. I want to make sure people are feeling good, but yes, you can do that too. Definitely, right? So the question was, let's say you're dividing by a trinomial, which you can, right? You can do, you're always do still the same thing, except for the bracket gets you bigger here. You're still trying to get rid of the last term, get rid of the last term, get rid of the last term. Yes. Okay, I'm going to throw example 2. Do you guys want to struggle with one of these on your own, or I'm going to baby you through one? So not baby, that's the wrong way to put it. Do you want me to gently encourage you? I'd like you guys to struggle with this for one. Math question? If there's a remainder, that's going to be this example. Yeah, so if there's a, let's say there is a remainder, you just do this. Okay? So what 3 would be your remainder? If 3 was your remainder. So plus whatever the remainder is divided by whatever. Okay, so here we go. Here's example 2. I'd like you guys to struggle with this. Now, this is a struggle the first few times you do this, okay? You know what? You probably hate when I keep doing this lecture, but did you ever use this in calculus? Did you ever use this still? For factoring? You don't remember. Yes, we did. In the polynomials unit, all the time, okay? Factoring is a big deal. I'm a math teacher, and I write my most favorite things in math. Factoring is number 1 always. Actually, I sometimes say simplifying expressions, but this is number 2, it's not factoring. So here we go. So example 2 is going to say divide. Now using long division. Here we go. Ho, ho, ho. Oh my goodness. You guys want a smaller one first?
No, we're good.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Have confidence in yourselves. You can do this. Okay? Is this going to be messy? Yes, it will. Might you have to turn your page sideways? Probably you're going to have to. Okay? Fox can be the smallest writer I've ever met, though. Okay? Other than Fox was the tallest person, the smallest writer. Okay? But for everyone else, you might have to turn your page sideways, and this one's going to be pretty big. At least I'll have 2 keyboards. Okay? I'm going to pause in the video. You can do this. If you're totally confuzzled, you can raise your hand up.